Hello, my dear children. I hope all of you are staying safe. And all of you know that CBSE has reduced the syllabus, that is 30% of the NCERT portions have been reduced, and I'll go according to the revised syllabus. Okay, and now here fundamental theorem of arithmetic. In chapter 1, you have from fundamental theorem of arithmetic. But you will be getting questions to find HCF and LCM. You have to use only prime factorization method. Okay, now I am going to give introduction to fundamental theorem of arithmetic today. So before moving to the fundamental theorem of arithmetic, let us have a recap about prime numbers. Now let us go to our earlier classes where you have studied the prime numbers, because it is full of prime factorization. If you are thorough with the, unless you are thorough with the prime numbers, you are not able to do these sums. You won't be able to understand. You will feel some difficulty in solving these sums. Okay, so first let us have a recap about the primes, and then we'll move to the FT. So see, here I have written 1 is equal to 1 into 1, and 2 is equal to 1 into 2, and 2 is equal to 2 into 1, and 3 is equal to 1 into 3, and 3 is equal to 3 into 1. 4 is equal to, I have written like this, isn't it? What's the meaning of this? If you take 1, you can get 1 only in one table. That means what? This 1 has only one factor. All of you know what are factors? The exact divisors of a number. And see, next you come to 2. 2 has 2 factors. That means it comes in one table and 2 table. Okay, that is 1 and 2 are its factors. Next, when you take 3, 3 also it has only 2 factors, 1 and 3. And when you take 4, 4 has 1 4s are 4, 2 2s are 4, 4 1s are 4. So it has 3 factors. And 5, again it has got only 2 factors. And when you take 6, 6, how many factors? 4 factors. What are they? 1, 2, 3 and 6. Okay, children. So from this, what you have understood? Some numbers, when you take the natural numbers, infinite numbers will have only 2 factors, that is 1 and the number itself. And other than that, the same infinite numbers will have more than 2 factors. You can find, because natural numbers contains infinite, countless numbers, isn't it? So now from that, the numbers, so we are going to group it into 2. One, a set of numbers having only 2 factors. The other one, a set of numbers having more than 2 factors. So they are given special names. What is that? Prime numbers and composite numbers. So what you understood? Prime numbers, they have only 2 factors. What are they? 1 and the number itself. The numbers which have 1 and the number itself are called prime numbers. The other numbers which has more than 2 factors are called composite numbers. Okay, have you understood what are primes and composite? So now next, so for doing prime factorization, what is the meaning of prime factorization? We can write as a product, all the composite numbers you can write as a product of primes. So for that, you are going to divide by the primes and find whether they are the factors. So for doing that, you should know the test of divisibilities that you have studied in earlier classes. I think maybe in 4th. Okay, let us recall that, and then we'll apply and do the prime factorization. Okay, so what is the test of divisibility by 2? The units place of the number should be 0 or 2 or 4 or 6 or 8. Okay, by seeing the big number, in the big number if you see the units place, if it is 0 or 2 or 4 or 6 or 8, you can say straight away it is divisible by 2. So you can divide by 2 straight away. Okay, suppose next one, test of divisibility by 3. What sum of the digits of the number should be a multiple of 3, or that what is the meaning? Multiple of the number and divisible by 3 means the same. Okay, or divisible by 3. Now for example, in this number 3171, if you add all the digits, what are the digits? 3, 1, 7, 1. If you add 3 plus 1, 4, 4 plus 7, 11, 11 plus 1, 12. 12 is a multiple of 3. Or in other words, 12 is divisible by 3. So straight away, if you add the digits of the number, you can check whether it is divisible by 3 or not. So you can proceed with the 3. And then divisibility by 5. For divisibility by 5, units place of the number should be 0 or 5. If the number ends with 0 or 5, straight away you can come to a conclusion it is a divisible of, it is a multiple of 5, it is divisible by 5. And 11, for 7 we have no test. For 11, the difference between the sum of the alternate places should be 0 or 11 or multiples of 11. Okay, so what is the example? In this number, what are the numbers in the alternate places? 4, 5, alternate 4, 5, 0. If you add 9. And next set of number is 0, 2, 7. When you add, we are getting 9. 9 minus 9 is 0. So this number is divisible by 11. Okay. So if you know that this test of divisibilities, it will be easy for you to factorize the composite number. And for the test of divisibility of next 13, 17, 19, other numbers we don't have test, we have to divide and check. And now, mostly we will be using the prime numbers from 1 to 30. Okay, what are the prime numbers from 1 to 30? 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19, 23, 29. Okay, and why I am saying these test of divisibilities and what is this thing? Because if you do the division in ascending order, that is small to big, it will be easy for you to carry the divisions. Okay, that's why. So always start from the start. Don't get confused this number or that number. First you be thorough with the prime numbers, then start the division from the factorization. So when you are doing that, start from the least number. So what is the least number prime? 2 is the least prime. And at the same time, it is the only one even number that is prime. So it has got a special name as even prime. And never, please, 1 is never, it is neither prime nor composite. It is deleted. When you are taking the prime numbers, 1 does not come there. Okay, so 1 is neither prime nor composite. And now next, we'll move to prime factorization. I'll explain the prime factorization with some examples. Then we'll generalize that the fundamental theorem of arithmetic. Okay. So first let us factorize 108 or 108. Now first see the units place number, it is 8. So it is divisible by 2. So you divide by 2, 5 4s are 28. Sorry, 5 2s are 10 and 4 2s are 8. And now again it is, the units place number is 4. So divide by 2, 2 2s are 4, 7 2s are 14. Now see here, it is 27, it is now divisible by 2. So what should you do? You add the digits. 7 plus 2, 9. 9 is divisible by 3. So you can move to 3. 3 9s are 27. Again 9 is divisible by 3. 3 3s are 9. Again divide by 3. 1. Okay, so now you can write this 108 as the product of 2 into 2 into 3 into 3 into 3. 2 into 2 into 3 into 3 into 3. So this thing. And now you can write in short form because 2 is repeated 2 times. So 108 is equal to 2 square into 3 cube. Have you understood, children? And this, when you take the factors of 108, it is only 2 square and 3 cube. You won't get any other prime number as a factor of 108. It is unique. Okay, but the order of the number primes can be changed because in multiplication you want 2 3s are 6, 3 2s are 6. If you change the order and multiply, the product will be the same. So only the order can be changed, but the factors of a particular composite number, the prime factors of a particular composite number will be unique. You will get the same primes as its prime factors. It is unique. Okay. Now let us move to the next one. 2310. So you divide by what? It is ending with 0. So you say that you don't straight away move the big number. You just go in the ascending order. And it should be written in the ascending order. Okay. Now it is ending with 0. So divide by 2. 2 1s are 2. 2 1s are 2. 5 2s are 10. 5 2s are 10. Okay. Now it is ending with 5. So we can divide by 5. No. Don't be in a hurry. You just check. It is not divisible by 2. Check by 3. What? 10, 11, 12. 12 is divisible by 3. So this is also divisible by 3. Now you divide by 3. 3 3s are 9, 25, 8 3s are 24, 5. Now add 8 plus 5, 13 plus 3. No, it is not divisible by 3. So what should you do? You move the now you move the next prime number 5. What is the next prime number? 5. 5 goes how many times in this? 7 5s are 35. 38 minus 35. 3 again 7. Now you know that this 77 is divisible by, again you can divide by 7. 11 times. So 11 once. Okay, so you can write this 10 is equal to 2 into 3 into 5 into 7 into 11. Have you understood, children? So, and again, when you take the prime factors of 2310, it should be 2, 3, 5. 2 into 3 into 5 into 7 into 11. It is unique. Okay, then if you can, the order of the primes can be changed. It can be written as what? 3 into 2 into 7 into 5 into 11, or 11 into 2 into 3 into 5 into 7. In any order you can write, because in multiplication the order can be changed. If you change the order also, the product will be the same. So this is possible, but you cannot get other prime numbers as its factor. Have you understood? So let us generalize that. This is called fundamental theorem of arithmetic. What? Every composite number can be expressed or factorized as a product of primes. And this factorization is what? Unique. Unique. All of you know the meaning. So this is unique. Apart from the order in which the primes occur. So the order can be changed. Okay. The order can be changed, but the prime factors will be unique. The same thing only. You won't get any other prime number as the factor of a particular composite number. Have you understood? Now we'll move to the exercise 1.1. So first and second sum you can do by yourself because they are small numbers. Now next this sum 2825. First see the units place. It's not an even number. So let us move to 3. 7, 15, 18. So it is divisible by 3. 3 ones are 3. 3 twos are 6. 22. 7 threes are 21, 5. Again 12, 14, 15 divisible by 3. 4 threes are 12. 2 threes are 6. 5 threes are 15. Now 7 plus 4, 11 are divisible by 3. So we'll move to the next number 5. What? 8 5s are 40, 5 5s are 25. Again now it is divisible by 5. 5 1 17 5s are. So divisible by, divide by 7 1. So you can write what are the prime factors of this 3825. 3 2 times repeats. So straight away you can write 3 square into next 5 2 times 5 square into 17. Have you understood, children? Now next one. 5005. See here. Let us check, it's not divisible by 2. So let us go for 3. 5 plus 5, 10, not divisible by 3. So let us move to 5. 5 ones are 5, 0, 0, 1. It is not divisible by 5. So let us move to the next prime. 2, 3, 5. What's the next prime? 7. 7 let us try. 7 ones are 7, 30. 7 fours are 28 and 7 threes are 21. Now it is not divisible by 7. So let us move to the next number 11. Add both. When you add alternate places 3 plus 1, 4 and the middle number is 4. 4 minus 4, 0. So it is divisible by 11. Have you understood? 1, 4, 3. 3 plus 1, 4. And this is all here 4, 3. 4, 4 minus 4, 0. So it is divisible by 11. 11 ones are 11, 13. Ones. So you can write the factors of 5005 are what? 5 into 7 into 11 into 13. Is it clear, children? Now we'll move the next. Now 7429. See, check, it's not divisible by 2. 9 plus 2, 11. 11 plus 4, 15, 20. It is not divisible by 3 also. It's not divisible by 5. Check with 7. 7 ones are 7. 7 6 are 42. 9 are divisible by 7. Let's go to 11. 7 plus 2, 9. 9 plus 4, 13 minus 9, 3. It's not divisible by 11. Let us check with 13. If you divide by 13, 13 5 sir. But it's not divisible by 13 also. So let us check with 17. Let's check with 17. 17 fours are 68. 6, 2, 17 3s are 51. 1, 1, 9. 17 sevens are 1, 9, 0. So it is divisible by 17. 437. Now again, we'll move to the next number. 437 is divisible by next number, 19. 19 twos are 28, 5, 7, 3. Is equal to 23. Now next prime, 33. It's a prime number. All of you know 23 is a prime number. So let us start with that one. So answer 17 into 19 into 23. Okay children, so when you go above 11, you have to divide and check whether it is divisible by that number. Okay, and you have to divide till you get what? Till you get prime number and 1. Okay, and you should not take any composite number. You should not use any composite for number to divide. Okay, and I think you may have understood this, and let us do the other sums in the next session. Thank you.